Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. We got the Marlin 81DL or Deluxe 22LR magazine tube fed. Shoots shorts, longs, or LR. And you can fit a whack load in there. I've heard people say up to 18 rounds of LR, and I can't remember. I read the read up on it. I can't even remember how many shorts or L's it holds, but I've loaded up to 14 LR and still had room, so hey, why not? Anyhow, so this is a gun that I borrowed actually from the pawn shop that I do work for on computers. So whenever something comes off pawn, person loses it, I'm responsible for reloading it and setting them up and finding out what's under the hood and let him know, and voila. So it's kind of like a contract deal. Anyways, so I've known him for years, and I asked him, I says, hey, can I borrow this thing? Because I got the turkey shoot coming. I still don't have a freaking 22LR that, with open sights, because the turkey shoot is open sights, so no optics allowed, other than a red dot, as long as it doesn't magnify. And I'm not going to go out and blow a couple $100 on a half-decent red dot, and because you're always fighting parallax with those things anyways. So it's like, it's no better than trying to use a 100-yard parallax scope at 25 and 50 yards. You're not going to hit the broadside of a damn barn half the time. So, but open sight's fine. And once you're set, you're good to go, and then you leave it alone. Anyway, so I found out that this thing seems to like Ely contacts. Doesn't really care for CCI standard. Didn't try anything else on it yet. But it does seem to really like those Ely contacts quite a lot. So I'm thinking, well, another gun in my collection that likes expensive ammo, because that's $16 Canadian for 50 rounds of that stuff. But that's okay. Hey, what the rifle likes is what you use, and that's going to give you your best results, right? But she's in good shape, though. There's not even any rust on this thing. It was well looked after. I'll give it that. It definitely was. And these are, like this particular model, this is from around the 50s time period, from what I can find out, because that's when they started doing the whole plastic trigger guard thing, which I don't really care, as long as it's built good and it's going to last. It doesn't matter. I'm always careful with my guns anyways, and everything I own, so I'm not worried about breaking it. But anyhow, it's a complicated but simple loading system for how this works through a tube-fed mag, and I'm kind of like, well, why not? What the hell? Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? It just doesn't fire. Well, apparently it fires great, and no problems there. Had a couple of stovepipes, and I had one spent cartridge that didn't want to fully eject when I pulled the bolt back, but that was easily resolved, so I knocked that up to maybe it just needs a good lube job. And so anyways, I took it all apart finally the other night and checked it out. Somebody used some kind of greasy stuff on all the linkages, and then there's this bar that's responsible for the feeding system. But anyway, I don't know the technical names. Hey, come on. I'm more of a pellet gun head, but I'm definitely a firearm head nowadays, and there really isn't that much difference, but a few things. Anyhow, but so I hosed her down with my all-in-one treatment G96 stuff, because I use that for cleaning the barrels with and lubing the parts, and it cleans and lubricates. So what the hell, gets all that greasy kind of shit off there, and it seems to be running a lot smoother now too. The bolt on this thing, or the action, is actually quite smooth. It's not as perfect, mind you, as my Mark II is. It does have a little sticky spot, but other than that, it's fine. Now, these came with peep sights and iron sights both, okay? Just looking in here. Yeah, the screws aren't touching anything. It has the original screw still on the side for, I guess, for mounting the peep, but there's no peep sight and no front hood either. So, but anyway, so just pull the trigger and push her back in there, and if you hold the trigger in, you can safety decock it, by the way. So, this way it's cocked, it pushes back, pull the trigger in, and safety decocked. Anyway, so the butt plate on this thing is kind of whacked, so I decided, well, let's trace the stock, and so I made one out of walnut, and then I put some oil over the back end of it from the cleaning stuff, just because I was, you know, cleaning everything up anyways, and the cloth was still damp with some of the cleaner, so I just kind of rubbed that on the walnut, and it actually darkened it up quite nice. And it does help protect it as well. But I just made a simple basic one for now. I got another piece of walnut that I still got to sand down and shape, but at least on the broken section, there was enough there that I could line the drill bit up on the wood and drill that in the perfect spot. So kudos there, so I won't need that. Now, of course, I do have the option to buy this thing, and I told him, you know, hey, if I like it and it works right, I'm definitely going to buy it off you. And that's where we're at. I like it, and I'm definitely buying it off of them. No two ways about it. This is a great gun, and you know, and it gives me something to also practice with that's very accurate with open sight shooting as well. So I can constantly just take this to the range with me, as well as any other guns I want to bring and shoot and practice with at the time, and keep getting my skills better for open sight shooting again, because I haven't done that in a long ass time anyways. Now, the elevator on this thing is a little interesting because you need a screwdriver and you got to pop it underneath here with a flat blade, preferably something a little bit better than this, but you know, a wider flat blade works, and then you just crank up on here, and then you can either pull back or push forward, and then there's like a little key slot kind of thing on either side of the bottom of the rear sight, so you can put the elevator into each step point or in front. So you got options, but you can also push this way to, you know, lower the sight, and then pull back to bring the sight up higher. So safety is a slide safety on the side. Okay, so you know, away you go, you got your slide safety. What I can't really tell you much about the gun other than that it's been around for a while. It's micro grooved rifling in this one, which some people like micro groove, other people don't. I don't know why, because in my world, if it shoots straight and it shoots accurate and you get nice super tight grooves, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what the rifling is. What matters is whether or not you found the right ammo that the gun likes. And if you found stuff it don't like, well, don't shoot it anymore. Shoot only what the gun likes, and it'll always be good to you. Universal stock as well, so whether you're a left or right-handed shooter, doesn't matter. I'm a lefty, and as such, I'm used to having the bolt on this side because I'd hold the gun like this, and you know, but because I'm not a real fan of the whole bolt on the left, it turns out, because I have a semi-auto that's like that, and it drives me bonkers because I'm used to holding the gun and then cranking back my right-handed semi, or even my right-handed bolt on my Mark II. And so this is nice that it's here. But on the left side, I can't imagine doing that. Like, I know you should be doing it like this, but it's weird, right? So I prefer the bolt on the right. A lot of right-handed shooters, they actually prefer their bolt on the left-hand side for some reason. I don't know why. But not a lot of guns come in both directions either. That's another problem, right? So not everything's universal, but don't worry about it if you're a left-handed shooter. Who gives a crap? Shoot the damn thing and have fun and enjoy and go hunting and have happy hunting. Great gun for doing grouse with, great for squirrels, rabbits, small game stuff, right? Great target shooter, couldn't ask for a nicer gun for its age. This thing technically is about more than 70 years old, and for the condition of it, it's pretty damn amazing for the age. I expected something of this vintage to be far worse condition, and it's not. It's in really great shape. So it was well looked after overall by whoever owned it before it ended up in the hands of the pawn shop. I don't know the history. I don't know if the guy just pawned it or if he sold it outright or whatever. I don't really care. But anyway, so you just twist to unlock your tube for your magazine drop feed. Now you load the shells. There's a little slice down here, so bullet end toward the muzzle, and you know, your back end, flat end towards the back, and just load them up. And then when you're done, this is all spring loaded, and so you can actually load quite a number of rounds in this thing. Even this thing I had to take out and clean and degummify. This thing was so dirty when I got it. I did not take the action apart originally. What I did was I cleaned the barrel good. I cleaned that good. I took it out and I also cleaned the bolts and I shot it. So I did my final cleanup the other day and noticed, hey, there's some kind of Vaseline stuff on here. Maybe that'll explain a couple of stovepipes. I put more than 200 rounds through this thing. So, and there is only one bolt and that's it. And there's no torque setting for it. You just tighten it up until it's snug and that's all there is to it. And then you've got, of course, your sling mounts here, top and bottom. So mount your sling. I'm still gonna have to get a sling for it because I don't have one for it right now. So I'm gonna find something that, you know, is worthy of the age of it. You know, something maybe from the Ollie's Armory, from their bargain bin, because they always have old straps in there too, like old stuff. And I bought a few of them. But yeah. Anyway, I would rate this gun, without thinking about it, even 4.5 out of 5. Now, the thing is we got to talk price. I mean, my buddy wants $229 for it, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna see if he'll give it to me for $200, because I mean, you know, a little bit of space here, right? But I'm gonna ask and see anyway. So if I can get it for $200, then fantastic. I mean, if I have to pay him the $229, well, so be it. I'll pay the $229. But to me, I think it's worth it because it serves my purpose. It gets the job done correctly for what I need it for at least for this turkey shoot and any other shoots we have at the club where 22 is involved and open sights only. This is going to be the perfect go-to gun for that. And that works for me, man. You got to have what you need for tools, okay? Now, all these are tools, simply that. Next year, I might even take this on grouse hunting because we did that trip this year with myself and 7 other guys from the church, and we had a great time. We're actually planning on doing it again next year, so that'd be awesome. So bring this next year because the Mark II is useless with the scope, you know, for grouse. But my 410 shotgun, oh, that thing was freaking outstanding, and I wouldn't mind trying this, you know, see what this is like. But anyway, other than that, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you guys got more info than I do, let me know. And if you know where I can find an original rear peep sight setup and the front hood, let me know, because I'd like to get my hands on those parts and, you know, even try it with peep sights and see what it's like in comparison to running the open sights, you know. So, but I'm still going to keep an eye out for the parts myself too, and so is another buddy of mine I've been talking to. But yeah, that's what I got for you. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and if you got one, let me know what you think. Let me know what ammo yours likes. Maybe there's something better than CCI, or sorry, Ely Contact that might work even better than this. You never know. It's worth a shot. I'll try anything for ammo to get something that's, you know, really super precise. Even though it's not a precision gun, it has the potential to be extremely deadly accurate. But keep in mind one thing, if you are looking at one of these things, there's no support for a scope at all. So that's one thing, you know, you're not going to have scope support on this thing. And I don't care because I don't want or need a scope on this. So, but I'll let you know how things go in future. I may do an update review down the road after I get 1,000 or so rounds through it. And if I did find an ammo that's even better, I'll definitely let you know about that too. But just because whatever works in this gun doesn't mean it's going to work in your 81 DL either. but it's always worth a try because you never know. Sometimes nature says, yes, we'll do that for you. In the meantime, see ya.